Sup? Yep, that's my intro. Hey guys, how you doing? Today I plan on trying to do an attack and test to see how strong I am. I just want to give you an idea of what I'm up against. I'm gonna attack this alliance's fortress. They have a lot of troops in there. I've been doing a lot of research. I see the heroes they have in there is not really that strong. They have a lot of people inside there. I do not see that there's a dragon. It says no dragon there, and I'm just gonna just to see how strong my heroes are against uh, way more troops than I'm gonna be able to send. I am, however, going to use a Legion attack in order to increase my attack to increase the amount of damage. So I have also I'm a sheriff, so I have an increase in the Legion defense and Legion health power, and I have my setup here. This is my setup. I use it. I have my attack setup going on currently, and I'm just gonna see how much damage I'm gonna be able to give to their fortress, the people they have in their fortress. I've noticed that they had a lot of calves, meaning that I really want to go heavy on the Diviners or the Arrowmen, I like to call them. I'm also going to be going with my Blue Dragon, as it deals a 72% attack damage against enemy soldiers from the mages for every 6 seconds. And I'm going to go and sit about 100k for my Diviners here before we get started. I want to also increase my Legion size to be able to send more troops. This is important. You don't really have to use the 50% unless you're going against something really, really heavy. The 20% is probably going to be more than enough to be able to do some real serious damage. I'm going to take whatever losses. This is just for the sake of this video. It allows me to send 346,000. This is all a matter more so of my tech and my gear as opposed to the lead heroes tech and gear on that commander side. I'm going to go heavy on Diviners. I'm going to go a little bit midway on my calves, and I'm going to finish it off with a bunch of armored giants. Maybe we'll get a little bit. We'll go 100,000 on the Royal Raiders as well, since we have the room to go over 100,000 on the infantry. And you guys, we're going to take a look at this. We're going to see the amount of damage that's going to happen here. I'm going to speed it up. I use my speed ups quite often. I'm only going to use one here to take this down to seconds. While we're waiting for that, I'll go inside my castle here, let you guys get a chance to look at what's going on, what things I'm taking care of, a few things I want to go over with you guys in the way that I troop train. I put about 250 troops at a time in 3 of my barracks, my lower barracks, the one barracks that I use to be able to upgrade other things, which is a level 24. I go ahead and I max out 4,655. Every time I get a training speed up, I use that training speed up immediately on this barrack and only this barrack in order to speed up the amount of training in that situation. Here's what my attack did. It did pretty well. As you guys will see, I lost 1 million in damage. I dealt 10 million in damage. They only lost about 5,000 in death. You know, they had a lot of hospital beds filled. I did lose 12,000 of my infantry, which is the troops you expect to lose, which is why we supplement with tier 3s of a higher in order to take less damage to our T4s. This was just an experiment. They're gonna be upset with me, but it was just an experiment to see with the tech that I have, the amount of damage. It gave me 352,000 kills. And I just wanted you guys to just take a look at seeing some actual gameplay. My hospital beds, I'll go straight into healing those immediately. And as I said, I build my one barrack up to the max. I just want to tell you guys, you can look here and you see where it says 744,000 instead of how many troops I have. That's because there's troops outside of the castle. If you want to see how many troops you have in total at all time, you can go over to the castle, click on outline. You see it says up here I have troops over 1 million. You can actually click there and see the type of troops that you have. This is after the battle as I lost a lot of the infantry troops, which I will build back. And you can go there and you can see how many troops you actually have in the building. We're going to go back over this report. As you can see, I lost a total of 30,000. They lost 352,000. The dead they only lost was over 5,000. You know, it's not a whole lot. They did not take a lot. I actually lost more troops and death. And this was an experiment just to see will I be able to. We could have rallied them. We could have done a lot of other things. And we see that the effect is that I lost none of my calves, none of my arrows. I lost infantry, which is a troop that dies quite often. And from the infantry, I lost literally 12,000 of them. Those are the ones that died. And they took a considerable amount of losses. Not a lot of deaths, but it will take them a long time to rebuild. And just want to thank them for, you know, making it possible to be a part of this video. If you guys have any questions on attack, why did I send a particular type of attack, you can go ahead and send it down in the comments. And I'm out.